Hi guys, welcome back to another installment of Professor Charles S Live, and today we're gonna talk about something new. Yes, something completely new. Oh yeah, it's gonna be new. And let's talk about this. So recently, I saw the very first episode of Stargirl. I was a little worried, but we're gonna talk about it right now. So Stargirl is a character named Courtney. In this very first episode, we kind of got an understanding of what led to her becoming Stargirl. I like that because I'm not familiar with her story. I remember her being on Justice League Unlimited in a few episodes, like maybe four, maybe five episodes, three at the most. I didn't understand her relationship with Pat, which is her stepfather. That's in the actual show. Pat, like I said, is very interesting. Pat was a sidekick to the original JLA, the Justice League of was it America. Very different take on it. We see it happening. It takes place on Christmas Day. And what happens is Pat is on the way to help his main hero, Starman. So, we see action and stuff like that. We see the villains and heroes like face off. We see Wildcat. What? Okay. Yeah, I was shocked. I was like, wait a minute, Wildcat's in this? Also, we see some other heroes, some other villains. We also see one of the main villains of Starman, and I was just like, okay, the what do they call him, the Brainer. Very interesting how they fought each other off. Him with his psychic powers, Starman with the staff. Also, we see Pat pick up Starman after he got injured, and other heroes are pretty much dying. I was like, oh my god, this is like for it to be like this so soon. Um, we see Solomon Grundy in this episode. We see Pat and Starman like literally kind of go and do their own thing, try to escape from the villains. And Solomon Grundy chasing down the vehicle was hilarious. I was like, what? Solomon Grundy? I was like, wow, it was incredible. What I liked about this also was we see the origin story. Because like I said, I was very unfamiliar with Stargirl's origin story. And what happens is Starman dies. Roger talks to him. And he said, hey, no, it's not meant for you to have the staff and all that stuff. And I was like, oh man, like, he's tired of being a sidekick. You know what I'm saying? Just, cleaning up stuff, helping the heroes when they needed the help. I thought that was really neat. But then we see Courtney, a younger Courtney, which ends up becoming Stargirl. Then we see a couple years later where she's leaving from where she lived at and like moving to a whole nother place, Nebraska at that. But we see that the family moved due to her mother's job. Because remember, in the other part of this show, we see her mother trying to make ends meet, and now her finding a new job and her having to go to a new city and not know anybody. You know what I'm saying? Like, I could understand that because I kind of went through that, like I was living in another city, but then coming to a new city is like a whole nother environment you had to adapt to. When we see Courtney going to Blue Hill High, is the high school that she's at, and pretty much learning how to get through high school and stuff. And I'm assuming she's a freshman. Because they got the little picture thing going on. She looks like she's a freshman. And then in high school you had the different tables and stuff like that. So this show, it has some relatable moments that people can probably relate to. You had the table where the popular kids sit, you had the table where the artistic kids and all that stuff. Then you had the table where, just the people that they didn't know each other, but they hung out at lunch. That was very interesting. But also we see that Pat pretty much is trying to get used to it, him and his son. It's like, that's your mother now, what I'm saying? The son kind of being a little bit opinionated, pretty blunt and stuff like that. But what I loved about this episode, and let me just talk about this, how Stargirl played with the actual staff or rod, or whichever one you want to call it, learning how to use it. I think I like that part of the episode so much. I'm glad they didn't show the villain until the very end, the Brainer. And I like that because I think we needed to see how the staff works. Like the staff has a mind of his own. It kind of reminds you of the Cape on Doctor Strange, the Marvel character. Not comparing them, but just saying similarities to the accessories that they have. And we see her face off the Brainer. The Brainer is pretty much her classmate's dad, and he's like, "What happened to you?" There was she used some type of shiny stuff and it shot beams. He's like, "My dad's gonna kill me," because his car got blew up. He was bullying somebody, and she came to the rescue. And you can see the staff was trying to tell her that something's going on, something's wrong, And I like the aspect of that, like when I seen it, I said, man, this is dope. Like, she's learning how to use the staff, how to fly with it, how to shoot beams. The staff is kind of like, a little bit rebellious at the very beginning. But then she starts to understand how to use the staff, how to fly with it, how to maneuver, how to slide around and shoot beams and all this different stuff. Well, not shoot beams, but how to slide around with it and stuff. And I like this episode because the Brainer, he was no joke. He literally almost killed her. She stopped him by shooting a blast from the staff. I still think he's still alive. Like, I think he's just injured. You know what I'm saying? Because we didn't see him get back up. Where, like I said, she was at a tire shop. And like I said, I love the relationship between her stepfather and her. Them not being on the best of terms, but he told her, like, keep this from your mother because he didn't want to bring his family in jeopardy, especially his new wife. You know what I'm saying? I really like Stargirl. I was worried about this because, like, usually lately I have not been liking none of the female DC shows, heroine shows. I absolutely cannot stand Batwoman. It's too much like Arrow. I was worried about that. Also, to me, Supergirl was just flat boring, absolutely boring to me. Stargirl seems to be an original. It's well written. The cast has great chemistry together. I saw that. It kind of puts me in mind of the 90s, some of the music they play. Maybe that's where they're gunning at because it doesn't say Arrowverse. Okay, I'm just predicting, guys. I'm predicting. But I like the episode, the pilot. It's really good. Also, Pat is a hero too. Well, sidekick, but he has his own, what is that, machine or robot that he gets in and stuff. And we can see him being an overprotective stepdad to her. But also, what I liked about this episode was Stargirl knowing maybe her father may have been Starman. Maybe that's why the staff has a connection and a bond with her and not Pat. But guys, this is my review on it. Have you seen the latest CW show, Stargirl? You tell me in the comments, what did you think about it? Did you like it? Did you hate it? Me personally, I'll be willing to see an episode 2. It was that good, you know what I'm saying? Compared to the other heroine shows they had on CW that were DC shows. I don't know what's going on with that. But until next time, guys, have a great one. I'm out.